Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Today I'm gonna show you my process of my first half year as an artist. I started around the beginning of December. I started with drawing Formula 1 drivers. I didn't know how to draw it, so for these drawings I traced the pictures with outlines etc. Then I colored them in. For a start, it's not bad. There are some points that can better, but I like them. I started with Max Verstappen, then I went to Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly and at last Sebastian Vettel. From the Formula 1 drivers, I went to portrait drawing. I started with a portrait of the actor Seamus Dever. He is known for the role of Kevin Ryan in the crime series Castle, or as John Seed in Far Cry 5. It was my first portrait drawing that I did, and it's not the best. The proportions are good, but the colors are not realistic. From Seamus, I went to the actor Patrick J. Adams. I drew him because I watched the series Suits at the moment. I really liked him as Mike Ross and decided to draw him. If you compare this drawing with the last one of Seamus, I learned a lot from the last time. This drawing of Patrick is more realistic than the one of Seamus. Here I started to get more confidence to draw more. The next one I drew is Zac Efron. This one is also better than the one of Patrick. I figured to draw it more in the distance and not really close as the one of Patrick, as you can see. I was really happy of the results of his hair, because I really struggle with hair sometimes. After Zac, I wanted something else, so I drew a fish. I really liked this drawing. I don't know why. I wanted a little break of a portrait, so I drew this. After the fish, I started to draw a portrait again. At this moment, I watched the series Cobra Kai. I really liked the character Hawk, so I figured to draw him. I really like this drawing because it has a poster-ish look, with the letters of the slogan of the Cobra Kai dojo as a small background. When I was done with Hawk, I started to draw Miguel of the series, mostly because I liked how Hawk turned out and I wanted to draw another character of the series. This one came out really good as well. It has the same style and background as the one of Hawk. If you compare the first drawing of Seamus Dever and the last drawing Miguel Diaz, you see a lot of improvements. I'm really surprised and happy with the results, and I'm definitely gonna continue with portrait drawing. Since January I also started watercoloring. I started with a portrait of Reynolds. It was my first one that I ever did with watercolor. I used the wrong paper, so the painting is not good. But for the first time to test what watercolor does, it's not the worst. From Reynolds, I went to Tom Cruise. Here you can see I used a better paper. The techniques are also better than the previous one, but it's still not very good. The next one I made was Harry Styles. This one looks almost the same as the one of Tom Cruise, only the colors are not really thick, so you can see some drawing lines. The one of Harry is better than the one of Tom Cruise, but it can be better. The process is visible though, so I wanted to continue to learn more with watercolor. The next one I made was from a Dutch actor called Nasreddin Shah. This one, compared to the one of Harry Styles, is much better and the colors are also better. It's not really thick, but blended well together. I was shocked when I was finished with it, because it is, I think, a lot better than the previous ones. The last one I made is the one of Zac Efron. This one is the same as Nasreddin, but the colors are more blended and smoothened together. But I like them both really much and don't know which one is better, so leave that in the comments. If you compare the first one of Reynolds and the last one of Zac Efron, you see a lot of improvements. Not as much as the drawings, but it's a different technique and medium, and I like the results very much. I started painting when I was a kid, but it was nothing serious or anything. I tried Bob Ross, but it was not what I imagined, so I quit painting for a long time. In February I started again, but this time with much more patience and control. I started with the Spitfire plane, not the best one to start with, but I wanted to challenge myself. I was very surprised when it was finished. I'm really happy with the results of the painting. From there on, I started with landscape painting of a waterfall. This canvas was not very big, so I could practice a lot and see what I could do. This one is also very good and I'm very surprised with the results. I'm taking much more time on the painting and you can see that it helps a lot not to rush it. From the waterfall painting, I made another landscape painting. This one was of the mountains. This one turned out pretty good as well. I never imagined that it went this well at the beginning. I think it's because I have much more patience and time to make it, so I don't have to rush anything and can make the painting in control. Everything summarized, I improved a lot in around 6 months. I have a lot of free time and practice a lot of different mediums. Besides drawing and painting with acrylics and watercolor, I also did something with gouache and oil painting, but I didn't finish it yet. I want to be creative with different mediums, so I practice a lot with the difference of them and practice from there. You can also buy my art on my Etsy shop in different kind of posters, so make sure to take a look. I put the link to my Etsy shop in the description, so have a look. This was the video of today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe so you don't miss a video like these. I hope I see you guys in the next video.